It's lacy, it's delicate, it's feminine. And for much of the 20th century, in many cultures around the world, it fell out of favor. I'm talking about filigree. I'm Victoria Lansford. When I was a little girl, I used to spend hours looking at a miniature gold filigree ship that sat on my mother's dressing table. I was fascinated by the nested spirals of wire, and little did my 5-year-old self know how much it would influence my adult life. Filigree is a technique with roots in ancient Egyptian wirework. It gets its proper name filigrana from the Latin word filum, which means thread, and granum, which means grain. Stylistically, filigree can mean anything swirly and lacy looking and can be made from just about any material. When jewelers and metalsmiths talk about filigree, however, we're referring to one of three main types of fine wirework: tension fitted within a frame, like Russian, Spanish, or Portuguese; additive and assembled without tension, like Scandinavian, Nordic, and Indian; or fused to a background sheet, like Celtic and Anglo-Saxon. I've been a metalsmith since 1989, and one of the techniques I've been doing since 1991 is tension-fitted filigree from an Eastern European lineage that passes from my teacher, Gia Gogishvili, who learned it from his father, Jamal. What I really do, though, is push the limits of physics. But when I began teaching in 1996, I was shocked to discover that no one in the US wanted to learn it. It was considered too difficult, too fussy, too traditional, too feminine, and too difficult to do it fast enough to earn a living at it. Fortunately, I never let that stop me from making the work I loved. My own aesthetic and ambition pushed me to create things that hadn't been done with it before, to bring it into the late 20th and then the 21st century without compromising its delicacy, femininity, or integrity. I exhibited my work nationally. Filigree caught on. Throughout the 90s and into the early 2000s, I taught it to hundreds of students. In 2006, I released one of the earliest metalsmithing DVDs, and it was on this technique. The results shocked me. The DVD, Russian Filigree, sold over 3,000 copies around the world, and I received countless emails from people thanking me for making the process available for them to learn. At that time, the number of filigree artists practicing around the world was dwindling, and few practitioners taught it outside their families. Helping people not born into a jeweler family learn something they had dreamed of trying was thrilling. It was paying forward what I had lucked into learning many years before, and on a scale bigger than I could have done in person. Most importantly for my students is that I learned how to make a difficult process achievable and fun. I'm extremely proud to have brought filigree back from near extinction by teaching and mentoring other metalsmiths who love it too. With the popularity of the technique all over the internet now, and the challenges of making a living as an artist, it's more important than ever that people find their own artistic voices and expression within the nesting of those fine wires. My Beginning Filigree course combines the best foundational skills with detailed close-up learning and abundant support to guide you. You'll learn everything you need, from the best way to create filigree filler wire to the secrets of constructing a framework that will set you up for success and keep those tension-fitted wires in place. You'll vastly improve your soldering control and be well on your way to exploring design variations that fit your own style. And that's just the beginning. Once you've mastered the foundational skills, you can create larger, more complex pieces with confidence and with my support and the camaraderie of other students in this extended online course. From there, you'll be ready to venture into more advanced work, including my 3D filigree course, where I teach how to design and form patterns to create your own physics-defying filigree structures. Start learning filigree now with over 6 hours of highly detailed demo videos and 5 projects with 4 or more variations to work on at your own pace. Watch the videos as much as you want. You've got access for life. You can create a domed, tension-fitted, open-back filigree pendant while learning how to make the perfect filigree frame and filler wires. You can make a tapering ring and discover how to utilize different types of frame wire to create distinct looks and formability. Create more rings, earrings, and beads with filigree domes, flowers, and starfish. Solder effectively with powdered solder to retain the elegant detail of the wire work. No flooded solder messes here. As a bonus, you can add color and value by incorporating gold in your filigree if you choose. Another bonus is you'll explore different filigree wire variations, from lima beans and loops to tight or lacy coils. You'll also grasp the differences between granulation and filigree from antiquity and how you can combine these techniques in your own designs. By the end, you will confidently bend and sculpt your filigree into rings, orbs, beads, chokers, bracelets, and more. There are more bonus videos. If you have access to a micro TIG welder, you can also explore using it to weld filigree. You can explore forging and varying the thickness of your filigree frame wire. And there's yet one more bonus lesson in how to quickly construct and embellish with Nordic, Norwegian, and Thai styles of filigree. In addition to permanent access to all of these demo videos, over 6 hours worth, you'll also have access to support from me on an almost daily basis via the course dashboard. And several times a year, there are live Zoom sessions you're invited to in order to ask more questions, troubleshoot, or just brainstorm ideas with me and the other students. Trying to learn from a bunch of free YouTube videos with people who may or may not know what they're doing can get really frustrating. Let me help you take that frustration away. I go to great lengths to make this material truly accessible to everyone who wants to learn it. I hope you'll join me in making some gorgeous work.